How you guys doing out there across planet Earth? Oh, I'm just sitting in the sun here in Sun Charge. Oh man. Data coming in hot. You know what I mean? There's some certain things I wanted to express, and just a lot of data going on out there. Can you close the glass a little bit? Some of the things that are really pertinent and really important for us right now, obviously in this holiday season. Okay, what up? Happy holidays to everyone out there. Hope you guys enjoyed your turkey day. All right, hope you guys spent time with some family. For those of you guys who spent Thanksgiving alone, don't feel bad. It was about 5 or 6 years ago. I spent Thanksgiving by myself one time, and that was actually the first year I never ate turkey, and I haven't eaten turkey since, about 6 years ago. And I made pancakes on Thanksgiving. So for all you guys that were alone on Thanksgiving, maybe there's one thing you can do, make a positive change in your life. But that's what I did. That was when I stopped eating turkey. It's about 5, 6 years ago. Now I eat that vegan turkey, and I saute it, some onions, some garlic. I got olive oil, a little butter. It's fantastic. I wanted to kind of chill and have a happy video. I feel like most of my friends and family are so awakened to what's going on. Some of the stuff seems cyclical and repeating. We all know at this point what to or what not to do, what to believe, what not to believe. If you guys are new, please go back in videos where I look like a WWF wrestler and I'm literally going after the Jagaloons responsible. All the information's there. My standpoint has not changed in over a year and a half. I've noticed with some people, they get bent and swayed towards certain belief systems that serve a narrative that is easy. In past lives, I never did things that were easy. In past lives, I was one of those like kids at 5 years old in Sparta that went off to train. I don't know what that weakness is, and I don't know why people want to believe that. Some things that are programmable can be unprogrammed. Same thing with belief systems, same things with consciousness. To break down with this whole 2-week eclipse that's popping off and ending, I believe it's December 3rd, next Saturday. This culmination of these timelines that we're cleaning up is really kind of like making a course correction. So what I'm trying to say is that imagine all of us are in a speedboat. And every time we go through these 2-week eclipses, we purge and we clear things. And you, the driver of that boat, makes a slight adjustment to the steering wheel. Could it be, 5 degrees to the left, 10 degrees to the left, 15 degrees to the left? You're making slight course adjustments, and we're doing that for the entire collective consciousness of a planet. No, I don't know, man. I love everybody. I kind of, when your third eye comes on, if you guys don't know, many of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. We're supposed to sit behind the scenes or in front of the scenes and kind of stare through the veil at some of these operations, understanding the whole time that I'm observing you. And the funniest thing is your vessel can't even observe me observing you. So many of you guys are getting tests in dream time for how much power to use when you're smashing on dudes, when you're arresting people, when you're getting them hooked up and you're taking them for processing, whatever this is, depending if you're a cleaner, a gritter, or whatever it is. I'll tell you guys, cool, calm, and collectively, when they took my handcuffs off my energy arms, when I activated that pyramid in Alaska in 2000, goodness gracious, I think it was before I went to Egypt, 11. I'm here to tell you that there's a responsibility with having access to reaching through dimensional walls. It's not a game, it's not a joke, it's not curiosity killed the cat. It's you have very large planetary guardians saying, is this vessel responsible enough to wield this power, yes or no? Is this vessel going to use their heart and use this power to help a planet? Or are they going to be bought and sold like a cheap bauble, like many of our politicians across the planet, and absorb funds from beings and organizations to hurt a population? Are they cheap? You have to ask yourself in the morning when you wake up, can your soul be purchased cheaply? And you wonder where this cheapness comes from, or this idea of purchasing. Well, you might want to ask the Anunnaki all about that. You might want to ask how the separation of sexes, male and female, and this whole religion game started. And like I told you before, there's many beings under this 8D Anunnaki control. I'm here to tell you, it took me 10 years to break mine. I can name on both hands people that you guys listen to that are under 8D Anunnaki control. Okay, not going to. I'm not going to tip my hat to that. But what I can say is that hold space for those still programmed. Hold space for those that only look one direction when they're receiving information. You are with a channeler, a guide, anyone you're watching, and you got, meet them face to face, which I have with many of these people, 80% of Gaia I've met with, except for like 5 people. What I can say is that pay attention to what side of their consciousness they lean towards when they're getting answers. Do you see them lean to the right, or do you see them lean to the left? Let's teach you some more Jedi stuff. What sort of protocols are necessary based upon a belief system, and what you will gain if you choose a certain polarity. When people say rise above a polarity game, what they're saying is you have to have non-attachment to what that game offers. Can't have a bunch of nerd ETs pushing buttons, experiencing the physical plane of existence with no cause and effect. Okay? There's a lot of misinformation going around out there about certain things being cleaned up or not cleaned up. There's a lot of misinformation out there about, maybe everything's good and maybe everything's not good. This is what I like to say. All of us guardians out there, when you wake up in the morning, whatever mountain, beach, or city you wake up to, and you look off your balcony and you stare at the population as they wake up in the morning, how are they feeling today? What sort of emotional state are they in today? Are they in happiness or are they in fear? How many artificial things and frequencies are pressing against them right now? Right? You have to constantly take snapshots of the population in this consciousness in the present moment to actually see where we are presently. Okay? It's not like, oh, someone else did it behind the scenes and everything's great now. Who do you think are the ones that are sitting behind the scenes doing this stuff? Another question you have to ask yourself, and a lot of people, they get to certain levels of clearance and intelligence, and at a certain level they go, yeah, well, they're spiritual multidimensional beings and they breach dimension at will, and they could jump inside your suit, talk, use your mouth like a puppet, and then do a moonwalk and drink a cup of tea 5 seconds later. They're not bound to the same physical realm, realities, or limitations as us in these vessels at this level of consciousness. The more powerful you become, the more chill you're supposed to become. The more powerful you become, the more loving and having that unconditional love you are supposed to become. Why? Depending on what level of evolution you're at, or what planetary, system, solar system, or galaxy you're heralded from, you never show up on someone else's planet who's not as evolved or developed and make fun of them. It's absolutely ridiculous. Rather, you're almost like an older brother or an older sister going, hey, have you tried this? Or hey, have you tried that? Right? What I'm getting to is that to really be a part of the one, you have to understand that in that oneness, when you want to help your little brother or little sister, when you want to free a planet, when you want to show a better way, when you want to reflect 95% of the universe on 1, 2, 3, 15 species that have never gone light body, and the ones that have are so rare you can barely ever find them, because as soon as they go light body, they leave their own home world. Another thing they don't tell you about, some of the most powerful beings per species in this sector, when they reach a certain level of enlightenment, they're not waking up in their hometown anymore. They leave like a Jedi being trained. They go to a higher level of consciousness. Then if they want to venture back and say, hey, what up to their home world, they can do that. What I'm trying to say is there's a different ordinance of beings watching this game, sitting in these suits and staring at this population. And what I'm trying to express is it's not just you in the physical suit. We all know what level of consciousness is being propagated on this planet. Rather, it's each of your higher selves also being viewed in the same way that you're viewing this reality. That's how much faster these dimensional bandwidth rifts are. Now, how do you go with the flow and not have it affect you? Well, dude, chill, bro. Hey, you see someone needs help? Help them. You gonna believe in some propaganda by a little, gremlin doing cartwheels trying to make more money for his weird little life? No, I'm not. you had all these guys in a room, one room, and you stared at them, I guarantee most of you guys would not want to be in that room for more than 3 minutes. Because all you're going to see is a bunch of night side higher selves doing a Irish jig while their little puppets are sitting there moving their mouth. Okay? I don't know. At some level, you have to go, this is cute, but we're ready for abundance, bliss, and getting our work done. My guides have been on me 24/7, 365 on how to create certain things again. These are more like Atlantean, Lemurian, Tartarian things, old school things. And then as we get more developed, to create more things, to understand on the base level of why you create something or not create something, why you have certain uses for technology, and why sometimes you don't. For example, you know, free power and all this stuff that wants to be released, along with like 1,000 other things. The issue is that could you use that technology and do naughty things with it? Yes. That's why you have to pay attention to who you vote for, who you put in charge. Some of these unnamed agencies that sat behind the scenes since this whole thing went into effect in the 50s, where these guys no longer had to answer to Congress and the Senate, and they started doing their own things, and the ICC and all this jazz. What I request all the time is that, you know, I've seen things I can't unsee. I've seen dimensional beings, big, large beings, reach into ships and grab beings out of walls, their reality, and woof, they're gone. I've seen things that I can't really even begin to express. So when people say things can't change, I'm like, absolutely not. Things change all the time. The issue is that how fast you want them to change, number one. And number two, if we're going for a gradient of maximum effect, of critical mass, of all of my fellow friends and family and all-stars across this planet, regardless of what town, village, or country you're born in, regardless if you're reading this on Google Translate into your own home, you know, root language, this is what I'm trying to express to you. Some of the things some of us have witnessed is to understand and always know that we are never alone. Our family always loves us, and regardless of what this reincarnation wheel is or these test trials or tribulations, I'm here to express that there is a higher ordinance of the universe which is overseeing this game. I'm here to also represent that there is no place within this planet, this solar system, and partially this part of this, let's just call it high school galaxy, where all these guys are learning how to sharpen their blades and how to talk properly and how to blend things together. What I'm trying to express to you guys is there's a sense of family I want you guys to remember. There's a sense of, I'm wearing this suit right now. I mean, you guys should see, like, sometimes when I get in beefs with dudes, I almost get hungry at the sense of, I wish you could see what I really look like. I don't have fear. I'm the opposite of fear. I'm what shows up and they go, oh my God, there's one sitting there staring at me. What do we do? I'm chill. I'm mellow. Some of my brothers out there holding space, you know who you are, Tone, and some of the other guys and gals across the planet. I'm trying to tell you, you know, these beings need to understand. It's almost like in that one movie, you know, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. And what I'm trying to express is not a fist fight. What I'm trying to express is we're here to show a different way of how to get the same solution-based programming, processing, and abundance in a balanced field to support all life forms above and below ground. I'm not here for which high school team won last Tuesday. I'm not here for a different political party. I'm not here for how cool you think your tech is that to me seems like you're using caveman tools. I'm not impressed. Some of us come from far into the future where we would see this thing as some weird dream. We would see this thing as some place you would come to and have an incarnation like a sci-fi commercial. Your heart is always your way home. So I'm here to express with love and gratitude, and I'm kind of cutting through all of the, just going to slice right through all of it. Like, I don't know. The sun gives you downloads, hardware updates, different planetary alignments gives you hardware, your body, biological updates. What is consciousness? Those are software updates. We're in a biological suit. You got a fusion heart inside of that chest beating. Okay, it's a fusion energy heart. You know, they're banging on fusion energy. Your bodies are amazing. Have there been some things that have steered us into a certain age span, life span, Well, I can tell you, yes. But I can also say that in this given moment, to make the most of your life with the time you have is the most valuable thing you can ever do. To learn something new every day, right? To give someone a hug every single day. To pick someone up, give someone a high five, give someone a thumbs up, give someone a smile. You know, when the whole crowd's freaked out, you're the one on the microphone going, calm down. They're hitting us with lily waves and microwaves to shake you. Hey, go ahead and get some lessemf.com, put some mithril on and get back in line. Okay? Get a rain jacket. They're using a water hose, for God's sakes. It's going to be okay, kids. If you guys didn't know, there were certain rules that got out when this whole thing started with Antifa and some of this stuff, what they were allowed to and not allowed to do. Soros paying everyone with Bitcoin credit cards. Now they're going country to country, and I'm watching what they try to do here, go country to country. What I'm trying to express is I don't want us to separate or have weakness. The United States and this whole planet is a melting pot of all cultures. You know, your genes are mixed with every single continent on this planet. So what I'm getting to is that this whole separation game is always going to fall apart, because if you view or judge me based upon how much melanin's in my skin, you're never going to see the light being glowing back at you, seeing it 30 frames per second in your biological eyeballs on one of the smallest limited band spectrums I can ever imagine. If you guys want to lift off the ground, you have to master gamma. If you guys want hyperactive, telecoms, telecommunication, you got to activate that throat chakra. You guys need to activate your hearts, not for just the emotional stability, but your heart is your power source for the body. Stronger the heart and more that your chakras activate, the higher the frequency of each chakra, the more multidimensional and supernatural abilities you shall have. It's not all coming from your mind. The mind is a trap. The mind can be programmed. If you guys don't understand that, go watch YouTube videos about people being hypnotized. I feel like I'm on a boat on the other side of the storm, and I'm sitting there holding the mast with a robe on, staring at all my friends and family in this storm, and I'm staring at your faces of those that are cool, calm, and collective, that it's not their first storm, and I'm smiling at you in that storm. And I want you guys to know, no matter what weird distraction, what mere weird establishment thing they're pushing, I'm for peace, prosperity, abundance on this planet. I don't care what language you speak. I don't care what you look like. I want you to be the best version of yourself. I want you to activate your dormant DNA. I want you to be the strongest in your bloodline. And I want you to shine so much light through that body that shadow has no place to run on this planet. It goes back downstairs where it's been for thousands of years. So, with that, okay, just relax into that. Let's relax into Charge from the Sun. It's right there. It's fantastic, okay? I teach you guys a little trick. When I woke myself up out of the Matrix in the backyard in Manhattan Beach on my sun lounger, this was the hand gesture I did that when I popped my top, let's just say. So this is the hand signal. You got your thumbs together, your pointer finger, your pinky together. I pointed at the sun, my pointer finger at the sun, and with my thumb, I would touch my sternum. I do this. So as I'm pulling prana from the sun, I would lock onto the sun with my pointer fingers, and I felt like I was dragging an energy cable from the sun and slamming it into my body. So I'd do this. Right? Remember, that's full speed. You guys be rocking like this. In charge. Boom. 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 When you get really fast, it's like this. Boom, 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 boom. You're charging from our star. Pay attention to our sun. It has all the access and knowledge you would ever need. Cool. Sage. France is crushing. Germany, I love you. Melbourne's crushing. Love you guys. New Zealand, everyone stand up for your rights. This whole thing's not going to work out for them. I'm sorry, it's not. And don't listen to negative agendas, because our consciousness drives reality. Everyone believes this is going to happen. Guess what? It happens. And then you go, well, I can't believe it. I'm like, yeah, because everyone in these houses is thinking about it. Don't think about it. Think about peace, prosperity, and abundance, and make sure you can defend yourself. And when you see a turd doing negative things, call it out, because he probably had shitty parents in the first place. Real talk. His father never taught him how to be a man, and his mother never taught him how to be have unconditional love and be a woman. They're just weird little things, or they're totally brainwashed, programmed, MK Ultra'd, and you're just looking at a puppet with memorized things, like an NPC. Okay? They're actors reading off screen cards. They're not off the cuff. They're not live. They can't, none of these guys can go off the cuff for an hour. Are you serious? They have to read, today, this is what we're talking about. I went to college and film school. 3 of the people I went to film school with are newscasters across the United States. They're reading off a teleprompter all day. They're not live. They're not real. They're just reading what's on the teleprompter. And I know you guys have seen those videos where they show like 60 different news networks all saying the same thing. Okay? Project Mockingbird, look it up. For all the elder generation that are kind of catching up to some of the younger generation that know what's up, look up Project Mockingbird. Look where the concept of conspiracy theory and that 3-letter agency that created it came from. I'm here for truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Amen. I don't want any more of these distortions. They kind of bounce off of me. I don't know what to tell you. I just kind of feel like it's someone's first beer in a rodeo and they're doing donuts in a circle. And like, like that friend at the bar that got really drunk and like took 3 extra tequila shots because their girlfriend or boyfriend broke up with them? That's what I'm staring at. Doing a happy dance in a circle, trying to dive into a closet. I got my hand on your foot going, stop drinking tequila. That tequila is called fear, ladies and gentlemen. Stop drinking fear. Stop believing in fear. Are some of these things real? Yeah. What would happen if you were a firefighter and you were scared of fire? You pull up at a house that's on fire and all your homies are putting their gear on. One guy's going through the door with an axe. You're in the fire truck going, why am I a firefighter? I'm scared of the fire. I don't know. You're a firefighter. You're fireproof, kid. Get in the house. You got fireproof gear on, right? You guys, your energy body is that firewall, is that fireproof. We don't have to walk in fear. We're light beings. Some of these guys have never been light beings, or they were light beings and they forgot. But let's be clear. When you take a fraction of a soul and you make a clone or you make a hybrid, unnaturally, mind you, ask the Greys about it, there's always going to be weirdness in their soul essence of who that being actually is. It's like Frankenstein. I got the arm of this species, the leg of this species, the fingers of this species, and you think I'm going to be okay. No. When you naturally grow a consciousness on a planet, they understand who they are. It's organic. Now, this is us. When you mix a bunch of things together, you never know what you're going to get. What I'm trying to express is there are many species showing up here and having incarnations in the physical, trying to remember who we really are and what we're capable of if we could work together. And when we work together, we're unstoppable. Again, the most powerful being in the universe, let's just say, or in this galaxy. Let's just keep it real simple. Let me explain something to you. If you were the most powerful being in a galaxy and you had about 144,000 other homies and you chose a planet, let's just say, your soul family is just top tier all the way around. Right? There's not one of us that would go, oh, I'm so scared to go down to this place. Oh my goodness, what are they going to do? Because here's the issue. To blend the strengths of all things that you come in contact with, that's how you change worlds. You change consciousness. So you show up to a whole Shiza show, and you're sitting down here in the crowds going, if I could get these beings to get along, and their multidimensional selves, and the different star systems that each of them represent, and I could get all of these beings in a straight line, and we could all ascend this planet and skip 4D altogether. Why aren't we doing that? Because you have 9D, 11D, 22D, let's just say as high as it goes, 24 as far as I know, that I'm in contact with. And they say they're all kids. They're on a high school planet. They're all figuring it out. What I'm here to do is to find all my friends and family, to bump into every bit of diversity that this planet holds, above and below ground, from Master Dragon to Master Lion to Angelic to Anunnaki, hashtag Daddy wasn't there, to Sirius, to Andromeda, to the Pleiades, right? I want the best you have to offer, and I want you to bounce into me, and I want to see what this place really holds. That's not even talking about the Nephilim. That's not even talking about inner earth beings. That's not even talking about time jumpers. That's not even talking about the ancient builder race. I want to be here and sit here and absorb all of this consciousness. I want to understand it. I want to understand different points of view. I want to understand why a reptilian has to eat that. Because let me explain something to you, reptilian dude. I loved meat. I was a meat eater 10, 12 years ago. Every single time I leave the gym to this day, and I smell Carnitas Taco. There's a huge restaurant out next to my gym, and I'm smelling baby back ribs. You don't think I want a baby back rib, boy? I'm smelling smoked barbecue. I'm going home to eat vegetarian chicken nuggets, salad, cereal. And you don't think after I just crushed a 1,000-pound leg day, I don't want some protein, bro. And I go, you don't understand the different DNA and rage I have within my body, bro. But I chose something different. Chose not to do drugs. Chose not to eat certain things. I chose to believe in myself, my heart, and other things that are too difficult for you to do. Because I'm tired of seeing species doing donuts in a circle thinking they can't change. I'm trying to reflect my own truth against my field. So I would say, hey bro, check this out. You like that? Try this. I'm gonna make you a veggie burger. Lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, amazing bun, a fresh baked bun. I'm gonna go ahead and add some vegan bacon, some vegan cheese. I'm gonna spice this thing up. You won't even know it's not a real hamburger. You won't even know. And I'll say to myself, you can smash as many of those as you want guilt-free. No karma, no dharma, just enjoy yourself. I'm giving you guys an example of something. These beings that have been here doing donuts, thinking that they don't have to change, I'm here to express to you from my highest echelon, my highest aspect, all the way here, into the ground, sitting here. You don't think I want to do certain things? You don't think I can use my powers to do negative things? You don't think I can run some of these boardrooms and scan these dudes like this? Absolutely. I already passed that test though. I already went through the Anubis test. I don't want what you can offer me. You can't offer me my wings. You can't offer me free galactic pass on and off this planet at will. You can't offer me full light body accessibility to any dimensional being I choose. You can't offer me teleportation in the sense of speed of thought travel. You can only offer me what you have access to in these small independent bandwidths of weird holographic matrix games. You can't offer me what I want, which is absolute freedom. Okay? You're not my creator. You're a little kid just like me, bumping shoulders with me. And what I'm trying to express is ultimate freedom. That seraphim blood, that seraphim DNA that runs through my body as it runs through yours, they can't offer you anything that compares to that. There's no nerd in a switchboard pushing buttons that can replace that OG DNA straight from source lightning rod juice where one guy hits the ground and 10,000 beings shit themselves. Like we're some sort of mythical creatures that only show up when they need us. I don't care what kind of level of technology you have. I don't care how you've mastered certain things. There are beings that sit in between galaxies that are far older than you, and if they choose to, can show up whenever they want. Any sort of gray hybrid, any sort of reptilian hybrid. And the reptilian hybrids, here's the thing that's messed up about it. Your true ilk, or like say being a true draconian and a true reptilian, let's just say, they look down upon you because you're not pure blood. Okay? But you're going to serve them and do all this BS for them. Pay attention to whom you serve. And if their true motivation is love, compassion, and to help you grow into something strong, beautiful, and unique, support them. If you're a part of any organization, any species, any group on this planet, above and below ground, and you are limited on what you can say, the orders you have to follow, who to believe, who to trust, based upon what? Who gives you that authority? Where did they come from? Who taught them that? How long has this game been going on? You need to get down into the actual molecular structure of someone when they're speaking to you and go, do you have my best interest in mind? And sit there and stare through their eyes into their soul and maybe give that little kid a hug in there, or help someone who doesn't even know what an inner child is. There's different races out there. They have their inner child pulled out right when they're born. So they can be completely modulated and lied to and reptilian brained on 100%. Okay? Just don't be an asset to something that doesn't have your best interest in mind, period. Okay? And this is beyond polarity. This is beyond what your 8D Uncle Anunnaki can offer you after this incarnation. This is offer after the 5D, 7D, 9D angelic chimichanga. Some of us are galactic officers, galactic beings from our center. Some of us are reporting back to the galactic center after this incarnation, and we're going to rip through this veil control system like we're running through screen doors at 1,000 miles an hour. Okay? We're here to understand how we can work together. We're here to understand how we can incorporate as many timelines as possible and try to take the maximum amount upstairs. Not going, we're better than you, we're going to leave you down there. No. What's the maximum effect of all of us taking all of these timelines, putting them on your shoulder, and just dragging some of these dum-dums upstairs kicking and screaming until they get up there and go, hey, bro, you don't have to fight anymore. Hey, bro, we don't have fear up here. Hey, bro, you don't have to be upset. Why don't you go on a sea-doo and ride for 5 hours? I'll see you when you're done. We can change the planetary consciousness of this whole sphere. We don't have to listen to these old stories. The true masters of old show up and go, yeah, I understand, we said it like this for that time. But now understand how that relates to right now in the present, ladies and gentlemen. The truth is, inside out is where you get your true reflection of reality. The outside in is distortion. So I just want you to know that. People writing paragraphs, I love you, in whatever vernacular or deal you're coming from. Let me express something, YouTube. A lot of people need to get up in the mountains. A lot of people need to turn on their third eyes. A lot of beings need to interact with multidimensional gods and goddesses and creator beings and planetary guardians and go up by themselves. Sit there sit there in meditation. Understand and ask adult questions. The truth is, inside of you, everyone has this burning desire to know your purpose, why you're here, and what's the most important thing you can focus on. What I'm trying to express is take that time in your life. It could be right now, it could be tomorrow. Right? And I understand this control thing is going to fall apart. I understand that I'm watching a simulation. I understand that the light will win, and it already has won. I understand that, however, to be strategic, I understand when to go full steam, when to pause. When to go full steam, when to pause. I also understand if you're going after something to work the perimeter before you take the core. I will take all of the crust off this apple pie before I start making my way to the core. All right. So what I'm getting to, if you guys are figuring out this, what I'm trying to express and what I am expressing, if you have certain things on a local level, let's say a city, a town, remove all those people that don't support you now. Then we'll go to a state level. Then we'll go to a national level. Right? These guys are making up fake things and digging up dirt. Fire 15 attorneys to go after all of them and track all the money they've received in crypto, or track the bank accounts. Have attorneys suing these guys for $600 million a pop, and see if they have the time to push an agenda when their own personal assets are being collapsed on all sides by 300,000, 500,000, 5 million beings focusing on them every day when they wake up. Let me tell you something, a puppet will have their reality crushed. Okay? They probably won't even wake up if 5 million people focused on you, when, you know, and the negative things you're doing. That's why they got to keep replacing these fake actors with other people. Right? I find it kind of interesting that there was a casting call in California 2 months ago for someone that looked like Newsom. Isn't that interesting? Why would you have a casting call for someone to look like Newsom 2 months ago? That's really strange. I wonder what's going on over there with that. Huh. Wonder why, you know, Brandon doesn't look like Brandon. Is that even Brandon? I don't know. Look at a picture before and after. It's not the same guy. Hashtag figure it out. What I'm getting to, ladies and gents, is just pay attention. That's all. All right, with all that being said, I love you. Let's light some sage and pull some cards. All right. Let's get galactic up in here, brah. I'm holding space for some of my advanced homies that are under some sort of programming right now. They're under some sort of programming. I'm holding space for you. I'm talking to your higher selves, wondering when you're going to wake up out of it. Just remember, it took me 8 years to break those controls on the 8D. 10D, it's even more difficult. 10D, the dragon level, you got to kind of work with them. But those, you know... If you guys want to understand how some of our Anunnaki feel about us, we're like chihuahuas on leashes, named Fufu and Fafa. You know? Pookie. I love my Pookie. They don't see you as an equal. You have to earn that, and that's something that they won't tell you to your face. Because in their culture, in their civilization, you have to earn it. So, if you guys are done being pets, you know, let me know. Can I get an amen? You know, I'm done being a pet. It's cute. But some of us need to branch out into a greater reality of what is possible. If you follow your parental teaching to the letter, you'll never be greater than your parents. Because you have to understand all the programming and processing that created their belief system that maybe you never went through. You guys, when we, you know, have the opportunity to create a better future for all. Don't look up. They're hoping that we get it down here and we fix it down here so they have a better reality. They'll make you think everything's perfect upstairs. Nah, it's not. There's still different groups and cliques and polarities and purposes and motivations and, you know. Oh, this feels good. Right? All right. That's the nicest way I could say all that. Just like that's maximum niceness. Just so we're clear. Like, unbiased. Go on a diet. Stop eating that weird stuff. You're bugging me. Beets look just like it. Figure it out. You guys had a 3,000 year head start. You guys can't figure out how to synthesize meat? Get out of here with your weakness. It's not even factual. All right. We got a 4-card deck here. Let's see what we're going to pull. We got, we're going to do 4 cards. We're going to do a little Oracle by Barbara. Bang. Then we're going to mix it up with some unicorns, because I love them unicorns. My little Palladian unicorns. And my homies from Pegasus. And we're going to go into some wisdom. Some universal wisdom here. And then we're going to get right into some star dragons. We have first contact, bro. I'll be like, I don't know. I'm like, I told you. Hey. I told you the whole time I wasn't from here. You know? I feel like I'm going to be like Starman in some 80s movie, you know? E.T.'s laying in the backyard. I'll be like, hey, guys, I've been telling you the whole time. I don't know what you want me to do with my hands, but I told you my outfit's fresh, right? Like, I don't know. Telling you, I'm bouncing into these dudes 24/7 and 365. Everyone wants to speed this timeline up with the maximum efficiency of assisting a planet going through growing pains as we possibly can. That's all I'm trying to say. All right. Let's do... I believe this is the universal wisdom. Wait, no, let's start with unicorns. I like the unicorns. Starting with the unicorns, messages from my family, my starseeds, my angelics across this planet. All of those beings sharing stories of interpretations of behavioral patterns. To all of those beings who are paying attention and would like to know in the next coming weeks, what are some things to focus on? Cool? All right. For the unicorns. For all you guys out there waking up, don't be scared to wake up and act your age. And don't wait for a bunch of kids to tell you how to be or how to act. You guys know who you are. It's to show your reflection of what is possible. All right, our first card is Hope. I like it. Hope. I love this. And it's a beautiful little dragon. Hope. That's our first one. Hope. Okay. Let's make an awesome sentence. First card, hope. I'll take it. All right, let's go. All right, we're going to go dragons next. When you activate the top tier of your... Okay, imagine I'm a tree and I'm the root of this tree. Up your back and through your spine, all your chakras, come up these golden cables. When you reach a certain plateau, say fifth dimensional understanding in your energy body as you expand, these cables connect to more, let's just say plugins or more areas of consciousness which allow the upper echelon on each polarity, say your light side and your night side, to access you, meaning that your 10D or your 8D may be super cool, but your 4D and your 6D are lazy and they just don't want to go to Ascension School or they don't want to work on themselves. The higher in frequency you push your frequency, the more the elders on the light and the night, the left and the right, can assist you. The issue is that for all my beings that are still under that night side control, how I got out of it was simple, not simple. It was more or less, I told them I wanted to be the example of what could be. I told them that I wanted to raise the average of frequency for my whole stream. I told them, like, it's almost like I didn't want to replicate verbatim what they were doing, but my job was to be a negotiator and an ambassador as I kind of put the sword down. I did not want to be just like them. I wanted to be that average that raised the entire bloodline and my soul family. So, you know, when I was expressing it, I just said, hey, dude, I understand you guys are like this, and that's fine. I don't want to be like that. And they're like, why don't you want to do that? You know, we have everything set up for you, especially when you go home. I was like, I'm here to learn something else, and there's something else that I want and I crave, and it's not some sort of material thing. There's something that I need from you, and I also need from my light side. It's like the light side has the keys, the night side guards the doors. I need access like this. It doesn't matter if you're the strongest night being in the universe or the strongest light being. I need like a zipper, like first floor, second floor, third floor, fifth floor, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want the whole enchilada so that I can access maybe a new tree of reality, a new level of what is possible, taking what I've learned from this planet with my soul family and how maybe we can utilize and maximize this distortion to help many planets that are going through a polarity thing. So you never know what you guys are gaining in this incarnation. These experiences, good or bad, that you're going through, you are learning many lessons at a very rapid speed. Just remember that. This is the school of hard knocks. It's not easy to be here on Earth. All right, for the dragons. Let's get it. What all my family needs to know for this week and the coming weeks. returning. Oh, we got hope returning. Returning. We got hope returning. Okay. For my dragons, returning. Oh, I like this. That eclipse ends on December 3rd, next Saturday. Hope returning. That's what we're looking forward to. Hope returning. I feel like our whole planet's going through a Star Wars movie and it's like a new hope. It's like hope returning. Okay. Let's go to wisdom. I think that's this one. All right. Let's go to the wisdom. We got some rose quartz. That one's cute. Rose quartz, which is love. Universal wisdom right here. Love. Hope returning with, I'm going to say hope returning with love. Rose quartz. There's rose quartz in all of my energy devices, to be clear. Every single one of them has rose quartz. I buy probably 150 pounds of rose quartz when I go to Tucson, and I crush that into every purple layer, blue layer. It's all mixed together. I always add rose quartz to everything. I think this whole planet needs more love. Heads up on that too, ladies and gents. The sale ends Friday at midnight. Friday at midnight, and for all you guys who ordered stuff, you're very lucky. Everything on this table, all right? I think it's already sold. To be honest with you. Oh, and my homie in Australia, I don't want to blow you up on here. I made you this new prototype. So you got the 8-sided Giza inside of an equilateral, and it's all gold trimmed. It's awesome. I don't know, just looking at it, it's super holographic. So, congratulations, it's on its way. All right. And our next set of cards is Zodiac. We got Barbary. All right. I like hanging with you guys too, you know. The sun. All right, the sun. Okay, so we have hope returning through love and the sun. I don't know, we're gonna get maybe a little solar flavor, a little solar activation. So love's going to return, to have hope of love returning through the hope returning through the frequency of love via the sun. Let's go. Let's go. God, I don't know. I'm ready. I'm here with you guys like in that advanced class. Like, I don't want to talk anymore. I just want to like do awesome things. I want to show. I want to have people appreciate. I want to create things that are like, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting that manifestation of what I need to understand to actually be a creator. And I know many of you guys are going through the same things out there. I'm beginning to feel what it feels like to remember what I used to feel like before I got here. So I was in 5D for a very long time, as many of you guys. My lowest floor ever that I would actually, besides incarnating a handful of times through different times and space, but 5D was my normal chill lounge. For all my surfers out there, my gardeners, my people that love the forest and the wildlife and the fauna and the beaches and the mountains and hanging out and just by the fire, all of us are really used to that 5D love frequency, man. And to come down here into the physical and deal and, get our feathers ruffled, it's good. And I'm happy I came. And I'm happy I'm here with you guys. I'm happy I'm here sharing this moment with you right now. And I don't care what level of consciousness you guys are at or what you guys, I'm just here to say that, like, the love you have inside of you is what guides you home. And some of this stuff that has affected this planet before, I can say that there is so much support here watching us and helping us. It's not the same game it was, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. So just understand that and know that there are incarnates down here in direct communication with these Cedar or galactic ambassadors, or we overlooked 5 of these solar systems type beings. There are beings down here on the ground right now in direct communication with these beings, letting them know everything. So don't worry about that. The message is definitely getting out, and freedom, sovereignty, and prosperity is on its way. I am Rion, and it's been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. I love you guys, man. Little cards. Check out store.teamlight.com. Use the coupon code FAMILY for 30% off all the energy tools. Okay. I bought a bunch of hoodies for you guys. We have black and white hoodies with the Lightmare logo. Okay, I ordered more for you guys. I got 50 more because we blew through the first bunch we had. They were gone in like 2 days. So I got more for you. I just picked those up. Get your light tools. Turn on that frequency of love, man. I'm going to do some special little gifts. You guys, I've been gifting everyone cool stuff. When you guys get... To kind of explain too, I wanted to do this, kind of difficult, but most people, if you guys have been with me for a long time, they remember this. This is like your first bed pyramid, this guy. It's a step pyramid, right? It comes with 4 corner pieces. I don't know if I have one. Here we go. Comes with 4 of these. You put this underneath your upper back. You take one of these grids, these pyramids that it comes with, and you put one under each corner of your bed. Right? Your bed's now gridded. Blue is for third eye, green is for heart, yellow is for shield, pink or purple is for transmutation. Now check this out. These new ones I just made, if you guys have original or, the original OG bed sets, what you do now is for the upgrade, you put one of these guys, right? These large ones, underneath your upper back. Okay, now this goes underneath your upper back, aligned with your spine under your bed, right? This step pyramid, you slide down under your lower back. Put this one on gold for shield, right? And then you go ahead and crank the top one. I think it's important to do because as we get more used to higher frequencies or higher access, different information coming in, the filters necessary to process the amount of information. Use the crystal and stone and, technologies. If not here, in other places, or if you have crystals or stones, use that technology to support you in protecting your field, protecting your energy, so you guys get the direct communicato with your higher selves and the information they're trying to share. Watch out for those copycats out there. There's a lot of copycat beings that pretend to be many light workers. It's not really us, it's copycats, okay? It's like almost like someone dressing up like a lookalike for Drake or something, or like, hey, it's you, and he's like, yeah, it's me, and it's like, it's not the real guy. Just pay attention to that. If you guys ever meet me in Dreamtime, I'm super chill. I'd rather go be surfing with sea turtles, or what's popping off? Do you need some help? That's what I do every night. So the rest of that lower dimensional stuff, not so much. So just want you guys to understand that. I love and appreciate you. Sending love and appreciation from Sedona. Yeah, and pay attention to them copycats, dude. They be trying to, get in there. It's not, they're just copying. It's not the real person. All right. I love you. Okay, Facebook. Oh, this is YouTube. Hey, YouTube, we love you. May the force be with you always. Hey, hope, right? Hope for this week. Returning, love, and the sun. I love you guys. Peace. Okay, moving over here. All right, we're back. We're going to keep doing it.